Time to clean. Mary. I don't know what that is. Let's see. What is the weather like? In the 50s tomorrow? Questions. I don't know the answers. Scrub Daddy McSpatty Patty. Gotta open this up because this is like a little compartment that holds the soap. If the soap will come out. Yep, it's jammed. I am not squeezing to unjam it, so we're just gonna go ahead and free ball it just like that. Hopefully it don't fall. Oh, perfect. Comes out real fast when you free ball it. That couldn't have been any more perfect. All right, let's get to washing. Before we get any further, she all nasty. Before we get any further, we're gonna get this pan put away. It's taking up a lot of room there. Let's get the cat food put away. Also, oh bueno. Get the cat food put away. Oh, look at her, she's chilling. Yoo. Yes, sir. Will it play with an on? Nope, music will not play to film on. Oh well, I digress. You know what will play? You know, we're not even gonna do that. You know what? Nah, screw it. We're gonna un-Bluetooth it. What? Brother. We're gonna listen to it anyways. Shout out Lil Andrew. We gon' party up in the club and the bonfire. Check that truck racing with the mud tie. Chains with the blue jeans. Soap. Soap. Scrub a dub in the bathtub. It's already 5:30, bro. After the dishes, we're gonna go on a little bike ride. Enjoy the weather while it's nice out. One down, 10 more million to go. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, I know you want me. I know you want me. Oh, I know you want me. Sierra. We got the Sierra. Do you drive alone? Fun fact, we used to have a Paul next door, and then a Paul next to that, and then a Paul next to that. So all three neighbors next to each other were all Pauls. They said, "Hi, I'm Paul." Go Lucas. What? I remember that kid was a baby. Times are going by, you know? Times do be going by. When we get old, we do not get young. There goes Dan. This thing is goated. This thing is like $10 from Scrub Daddy. Best thing ever. Goat milk. We go on a bike ride or do we go on a run? Options. Goat milk. Easier to digest. Contains more potassium than cow milk. Doesn't contain stabilizers like plant milks. Number one, goat milk. America's #1 goat milk. Mary. Alright, now back to the task at hand. The reason why I say this thing is goated, this thing was, like I said, I paid $9.99. I've seen it anywhere from $8.99 up to $12.99. Just depends on where you get it. I was at this Lucky's Market and it was $11.99. I think it was either that or $12.99 for the handle with the push button thing and then the sponge on top. You get one on here and that's it. The pack of them, I don't know everywhere else because, again, Lucky's only had the handle with the one. They didn't have the pack of backups, at least what I saw. Now, the pack of backups where I got it, I purchased it at Kohl's. I just was in there for a toothbrush because the only place that had the toothbrush in stock was there. And it was the Philips Sonicare one. That thing was like $150, $130, but we're not going to get into that. This thing, they had an end cap with the replacement heads, and the replacement heads were two for $3.99. But this thing, you fill with soap, you go, boop, and it just squirts the soap out its mouth, just like that. Sponge acts like a normal Scrub Daddy. It stays soft in heat, and it firms up when it's cold, and then you just lay it there, and the extra water, if it's wet, it'll drip off. It'll either drip off of here, like the back of here, or the bottom of here, or it'll drip down the back of here, out that little funnel there. There is a little scraper on there. That thing sucks though. I didn't buy it for that, but it's a little plus, but it's not a good plus. There are some pros to this thing, and there are some cons to this thing. I'm going to try and think of them off the top of my head. One pro is you have a handle. You know, it's, better for scrubbing because you have more, dexterity in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but instead of the normal Scrub Daddy, you're going up in there. Now say you want to add water, right? And you got a bunch of nastiness in there. Now you got your hand going all up in the nastiness, just all up in there, gross. Instead, you got, and this is the Scrub Daddy, this is the Scrub Mommy, this was a little Christmas snowflake version, but instead you got this handle, so say you got the nastiness, you're not putting your hand all up in the greasy nastiness. Pro number 2 is, well, I think the only other pro to this thing, I mean, when you set it here and you got the water, so I'm going to show you an example, got water, it's like elevated forward, so it does drip down past the sink, but the stuff that drips down here, it does kind of get a little bit on your sink. This is not really like a pro, but it's not really a con. The other pro is that this button here, it dispenses the soap, and you have the soap in here, so you don't have to put soap on the sponge every single time you want to use it. Another pro is this thing, because of, you're not really adding soap to the sponge, and you're not washing it, or like getting it wet for it to suds, because it is a Scrub Daddy. The soap lasts a lot longer in here than in this thing. I can't tell you why it works like that, because this is a Scrub Daddy too, but the soap doesn't, it doesn't get less sudsy, if that makes sense. It is on a Velcro here. Can't really see it, but you kind of hear it. It does Velcro on there. Good for traction, and it doesn't fall off. Now, cons. There's only one con to this thing, is this button. So when you get down to about less than half full of soap, it doesn't like to push the soap out. You gotta press it 4 or 5 times for it to get a bit of soap. Like here, it squirts nice. Once you're at about halfway, not halfway, once you're at about a third of the way, because again, even if you have the soap up here, it still doesn't like to really work well. It's the only con though. I've been using this sponge that I got on here, came with it for about 3 weeks now, and it's still in okay condition. I'll rinse off the soap so you can see. It's kind of tearing a little bit here, but not crazy. It's not really tearing, it's just the scrubby part that's tearing. As you can see, the sponge is still intact underneath, and everywhere else is still intact. Smell test, it doesn't smell like anything, like Scrub Daddy is known for. Smell free. Whatever they're using in this sponge thing itself, it does not allow smell to be held in it, no matter if you have soap in it or not. Let's just test it with all the soap rinsed out. It's a lot of soap. Alright. It still smells okay. It doesn't smell bad, but as you can see, I just rinsed it all out, but it's still soap. So, yeah. I said there's no other cons, but the other con, besides the button not really squeezing the soap out when it's about 1/4 of the way full or less, is this scrubber thing. This scrubber thing doesn't really work well. It's not like, it's not practical. I will tell you that. It's only like maybe 2.5 inches wide. Not even. Wow. About maybe an inch wide. I was thinking centimeters. And that's still not even 2.5 centimeters. It was like 4 centimeters. But it's like an inch or so wide. An inch and a quarter inch wide. And it's not great. But overall, there's more pros than there is cons. And for $9.99, like I said, you could probably get it for $8 somewhere. $12 other places. Maybe in between, like I did. It's worth it. It's worth a pickup, in my opinion. And this is not a sponsored advertisement, even though I have Scrub Daddies there. It's just we like Scrub Daddy. It works, and it works really well. Now, with all of the pros and cons being said, haha, he's actually only got eyeballs. Hold on. There's his face. With all the pros and cons being said, if this broke, would I go out and buy it again? Yeah, I will go out and buy it again. 100%. Over one of those? Yeah. The only thing I was worried about was the Velcro. When I got it, I was like, I took the sponge off to see how it was held on, and it was held by the Velcro, and I put it back on, and like some of the Velcro wasn't sticking to the back. But once I actually applied pressure and washed a single dish, it fully Velcroed back on. So there's nothing to worry about there. Now, what would I give this out of 10 with all the pros and cons? There's not really many cons. The pros outweigh the cons. But I would give it a solid 8.2 out of 10. If you use Scrub Daddy, go to your local retail store, pick one up. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, the only thing you gotta really do is refill it when it gets to about a third of the way full, unless you want to squeeze the little button like 5 or 6 times for the soap to come out. Other than that, I would recommend the pickup. With all that being said, this has been a review of the Scrub Daddy handle guy here. And yeah, it's called Dish Daddy. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the review for the Dish Daddy. That sounds so weird saying. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in that bottom right corner. There's a bell icon next to it. Hit that bell icon so you get updated on all the videos I upload on this channel. This is a lifestyle channel, so we have a little bit of everything from day in the life stuff, shopping vlogs. We're going to have a little bit of concert footage more popping up here. We got some New York stuff on the channel. Got long form, short form daily. Check out our TikTok and our Instagram under the same handle. And it's all linked in the description. If it's not linked, the names are in the description. Go follow those channels, like those videos as well. And it's been your boy Health Plays. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. I'm gonna finish up these dishes, and I'm gonna go on either a jog or a bike ride, and you'll see that in a different video. Peace and love. God bless. That was a terrible heart. Anyways.